Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Fire Emblem New Mystery the Emblem. In the last episode, we finally made our way into the Archanea castle. We did have to technically fight the Wolf Guard for the second time, but the Wolf Guard ended up becoming our allies in the end, since there was a way to recruit them. Since you had to go to Roshia, then you had to get Violin with Roshia, then use Violin to get Sedgar, and then Sedgar to get Wolf. And overall, you obtain all the Wolf Guard, and you also tell them the truth about Hardin, and now they're ready to help us. But we already have our team, and you guys already know who we're using. So, with that, we're officially getting into one of the final chapters of the game, due to the fact that Chapter 20 is technically one of the endings, if you were not to have all the Star Spheres, or spheres for the binding sword, or not the binding sword blade, the binding shield. If you were to have all the spheres, you will not be able to get the true ending. And the true ending, you unlock a couple more chapters where you eventually will, I'm pretty sure, we fight off with Garneth or someone like that. Since we still have yet to see Garneth, and we know he's around somewhere due to the fact that Godo has told us that. So, with that, let's finally get into Chapter 20, and finally take on Emperor Hardin, and let's see how he finally ends up fighting us, and hopefully we don't end up killing him, because honestly, I have a feeling we might do that on accident. You never know. So, with that, Chapter 20, Dark Emperor. Also known as Dark Emperor Hardin. Okay, the palace, the Archanean palace, and we're finally here. The last hurdle for the main part of the story. Then you have the epilogue story, which is 21, 22, 23, and 24, but you also have our side story, which unlocks after this as well. So we have quite a little bit left. So with that, St. Archanea, the largest kingdom in the continent. The palace, a golden capital proud of its 600 years of history. However, under the attack of Altea's allied forces, it fell in a mere day. The Archaneans welcomed them as liberators, supporting them without sparing efforts. All of them had bitter words about Hardin and his bodyguards, who were inside the castle. The people now called Hardin the Dark Emperor, a title symbolic of the people's hatred for he who had killed so many. Okay. I didn't wish to fight be given the choice, but now that it has come to this, Marth raises Henri's flag up high, issuing his final order. Go, heroes, to Altea. This is the final battle. Technically, the last chapter was called the final battle, but okay. All forces charge into the palace. And here we go. We're finally in the chapter where we finally get to fight off with Hardin. We haven't been able to fight off with him at all entirely throughout this entire story, due to the fact that we needed the light sphere to actually do any damage to him. So now with the light sphere in hand, we can actually take him on, and we should have a pretty easy time dealing with him, as long as things go well. So with that, let's get into this.
Sire, we are breaking into the palace. Do not forget that Hardin is shielded by the dark sphere. If you are to challenge him, then you must hold the light sphere. Ensure at all cost that it's given to the person who will fight Hardin.
Okay, and we'll need to remember that. We do have the light sphere on Marth at the moment, but when we do our cut to make sure everyone's in the right places, I think I'm going to end up throwing it onto Spooks. Because he's magic-based, and Hardin is a general, and generals usually don't have too much resistance. I guess we can technically check, so let's see here. Yeah, he has less resistance than defense. So yeah, we'll throw it onto Spooks or Katarina, because magic is the best way of doing this, it seems. So with that, let's do this. So we got 4 things to look at, so let's see what we got. The light sphere, first one to go.
Spooks, I must remind you of the crucial fact. Only the one with the light sphere can we hope to prevail against Hardin. So you must be absolutely sure that whoever challenges him carries the light sphere.
Understood, Sir Yagan. Well, you kinda told Marth that, then really didn't even need to be one, but okay. It's nice to have, because what if you forget? So I guess technically it's a good thing, because those don't go away for the 2 for the chapter, because sometimes there's important information to know that you don't want to lose, so that's the reason why those don't disappear, thankfully. If we were to forget, we would be able to open that and know exactly which one we need to throw onto our allies, since there is 4 different spheres at the moment. One's a light sphere, one's a geosphere, and then you also have the star sphere. And then you have the light sphere, which is the one we need to use. So, just in case if you need to remember which one, because you could forget and think it's the star sphere, due to the fact that light and star are literally, technically the same thing, because stars are literally made out of light. Slash gases as well, but honestly, they're more light than anything. So with that, let's see here.
We have seized control of Archanea. Only the palace remains. Emperor Harden is likely waiting in his throne now. Is the time for us to settle this. Right now, there are many who wish for the Prince Marth to defeat Harden and liberate Archanea. But the Prince himself seems bent on rescuing Harden from his clutches of the Dark Sphere. And we still have to defeat Garneth and rescue the Princess and the other clerics. Many people are waiting for us. Spooks, I expect great things from you.
Okay, and we got 2 supports to look out, and it looks like both are for Katarina, so let's see her. Let's finally get some more story for her, because this is going to help us, like, kind of cotton it in a way, like, kind of give her a little bit more, showing in the story, because technically she doesn't have much, and the small bit of story we get is from the side story, so thankfully her supports fluff up that, and basically it's just making it so she actually has more involvement in the story, because any of the 6 platoon members can technically not be in the story if you don't go in their supports, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Literally, that's every character for the most part, other than the main ones. So, hopefully, with these supports, we'll actually be able to figure out the final parts of her story, and finally understand her as much as we possibly can, honestly. So, let's see her. Katarina.
Oh, Spooks.
What's that? Beaded ornaments? It looks pretty old.
Yeah, I received this many years ago. It was a gift from Claire.
Oh, I mean Clarice, but I got confused because I saw the other name, but okay, yeah, that's Clarice. Clarice, a comrade from the organization you used, to belong to, right?
Yeah, Clarice was a orphan, just like me. Today is her birthday, mine and hers. Actually, we don't really have birthdays, since we were both tossed away away unwanted. But one day, Clarice asserted that this day was her birthday. Then she demanded to receive a birthday gift from me. And when I finally found a gift for her, she gave me this in return. And I'll allow you to have the same birthday as me, she said.
Katarina, I understand how you feel, but don't think too deeply about it.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's kind of sad, because we know what ended up happening to Clarice, because all the other assassins are dead. Even though Clarice kind of treated her like trash a little bit for most of it, in the end she kind of, well, the small bit of kindness that was in Clarice showed at the end, but right before she died. And she actually acknowledged Katarina, and actually showed that she kind of did care for her, even though her character didn't really allow it, basically. So, technically there is still a little bit of humanity in Clarice, thankfully. And it's kind of sad to see that Katarina is still worrying about what happened to her, and still looking back to the past, because it's sad to see that you remember that Clarice is dead, and there's no chance for Katarina and Clarice to continue being sisters, because there's no way for Katarina and Clarice to ever meet again, unless they meet in another world, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But with that, let's get into Katarina and Cecile, and this is their first conversation. Thankfully, I found out about this. I had to look through the wiki to find out who was a person that can talk to Katarina, and thankfully Cecile was one. I wanted to try to buff it up a little bit, since I wasn't sure who else would be able to talk to her. And thankfully, we actually had one already on our team, so we were already building support points. But let's hear.
Oh, Cecile. Long time no see, Katarina. How dare you come waltzing back to us as if nothing happened? I'm sorry. Prince Marth and Spooks are too kind, so they might really have forgiven you. But I'm different. Even if you say you've reformed, I can't just simply trust you, not after you betrayed all of us. I know, with everything I've done, yours would be anyone's natural reaction. But there's one thing I'd like for you to believe. And that would be? When I was in the 7th platoon, both my laughter and peace I felt were real, as was my friendship with you, Cecile. I've already forgotten my friendship with you. I see. Then it seems I have no choice but to regain your trust through my actions. From now on. Cecile, I truly hope we'll someday be able to talk and laugh together, like we used to. I see. In that case, I'll be watching you battle from behind. I'll know right away if you ease up, prepare yourself.
Okay. And with that, it looks like Katarina has to kind of regain her trust with Cecile. Well, that's going to be a hard thing since we know how Cecile acts based on the small supports we've had with her. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a hard task for Katarina. By the third one, we already know that Katarina is going to be able to regain it. Probably, like, not full-on trust, but at least friendship trust. Hopefully, Katarina is able to regain that trust with Cecile. So, with that, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go make sure everyone's in the right spaces. Same units as always, just want to make sure items are right, and we have people in the right areas so they'll be able to make the first turn that would be the best possible one for us to do. Because, honestly, moving around units would be kind of boring for you guys to watch, I'm just going to be honest. So with that, I'll be right back, and I'll see you all in literally 1 second. Okay, so I made up my mind. So, the unit that will be ending up fighting Hardin in the end is going to be Spooks. The reason for it, as I said, we should deal with his resistance more than his defense. His defense is going to be really hard to go through, but the 15 resistance is much easier than hitting through 20 defense. So we're going to end up having Spooks end up fighting off with Hardin. So we should be fine with that. Other than that, everyone else is the same. No new units. Everyone has basically the same items. But other than that, I think we are ready. So let's conclude preparations, and we have one in one only when it comes to recruitable units, and that is Medium, Astrom's girlfriend or wife. I don't even know at this point, honestly. All I know is they had relations in the original game, but I don't know if they're actually like wed or anything yet. So with that, let's do this.
Media, that's you, a paladin of Archanea, would betray your own motherland. You are a disgrace.
Surely you jest. Can't you see you're destroying Archanea? You've gone mad. What have you done with Lady Nina? Return our queen at once.
Nina, the woman betrayed me. All I wanted was to destroy Grust. That woman had the audacity to give the emblem to that boy, and so I punished her. I will kill all who oppose me. That includes you, Media.
Do it with my life as you will, but Hardin, how many people do you think you've killed out of petty jealousy? Enough, open your eyes.
Petty jealousy, you say? Say that you will. This world is rotten to its core, swarming with insignificant insects that you call humans. What worth is left in it? Perhaps it would be better if it were all destroyed. Well, Media, watch carefully. The boy who pretends to be a prince, watch as I snuff out his life.
Oh my god. That is actually kind of terrifying how he says that. Okay. So, one thing I noticed with this map, because I looked around to make sure what we're actually dealing with, there's one random dragon, and it's an earth dragon of all things, which is kind of weird to see, because the only earth dragon we've really seen, I think we've seen a couple in the original game, but they were more Manicheets, but this guy is straight up an earth dragon. He's not even a Manicheet anymore. This is one that's completely went mad. So, that's kind of weird to see on the map, honestly. Other than that, the only person that's recruitable on this map is Media. We can't really move her, it looks like. I don't know how you're supposed to help her out here. She's kind of stuck, but I have an idea of what we can do. We can just use a rescue staff and just get her out of there, and then we can figure out from there, but honestly, we should probably do that. That might be smart, but let's figure out what we want to do first. So, we're going to have everyone move. I have an idea who I want to turn Zane into, and I think we should turn him into Camus here. I think Camus would be the smartest person to turn him into, because of the fact that Katria, we already learned we learned a problem with him turning into Katria due to the fact that we only have one Iote shield. So if we want to do this properly, we need to do this way, and this is the only way we're going to make it work. So first things first is I think we can try and make do with the extra movement here for Marth, and try and get rid of this thief early, just so we don't have to deal with him. And he also gives us a master key. Oh, I didn't even know the master keys were even still around, so... Wait a minute, but... Actually, now I'm confused, because the thieves don't need the master key anymore to open up items. Does this make it so any unit can open up items? That's actually kind of cool if that's the case, because that's how I thought it was in the original game, and then I found out I was sorely mistaken. But, let's see here. The easiest way to actually help Media out here is literally just teleporting her out of there. So let's just save us some time and worrying about her and just take her right to safety, which is honestly the best thing we can possibly do. Okay, bring Media a little bit closer to Marth so we can hopefully try and help her out the most we possibly can. Because the next turn we're going to have Media go to Marth and convoy up some items. Because I thought she would actually have something to fight with, but she literally has nothing at the moment, so we might have to actually help her out a little bit with that. So, with that, let's keep moving people, make sure we're as safe as we possibly can be, and kind of figure out what we need to do. I do remember the layout of this map, and there is one thing I noticed when looking at it. In the original one, this area leads to an outdoor area, where there was a person and a vendor, if I remember correctly. So, this is actually another area, and I remember that just because of the map alone. So we will need to kind of check this out if there is anything good in here, because there could be something good inside that little area. You never know. So other than that, let's keep Zane moving with the army, since he is a little bit behind at the moment, due to the fact that he's all the way at the starting position. And then we can put Media here, and then convoy up some items for her. I'm gonna try and throw... She can use B lances, okay. So let's just throw her a steel lance, a broken silver lance, a javelin, and then maybe a sword. And we'll do maybe a... We don't have any steel swords left, so an iron sword. And then we can retrieve a one of these vulneraries for her. I think that will be a perfect inventory for her to work with. Because I don't want to give her too many good things, because I already know that we already have a full army, and we really can't use everybody, so she's only going to be around for this chapter. So to help her out, let's just make sure she has some things to hold on to, and then work from there. Okay, we do have this guy, this sage over here, who's attacking us actually. This swarm user. Okay, so we do need to remember about that. Looks like he has low magic though, so he's not that strong. So we don't have to worry too much. Okay, other than that, move Ogma here. Move Katria a little bit closer. I'm just trying to make sure we're at least in a decent position, because we need to split our army in order to do a semi-pincer attack, and then also move into 3 different armies, due to the fact that there is an upper area where the jail cells are. So other than that, we can move Cecile, I think, and then have Cecile deal with the Thoron user, I think. I think that would be a smart idea. So let's see if we can toss 2 javelins over and see if we can actually fight these people. Let's see here. He's got a silver bow. We have 22 speed. He's got... Well, that's not letting me say it. 16 speed. Okay, so we'll outspeed him. And this guy will have no chance at outspeeding. But he also... This guy has 13 strength. He's got 9 magic, but we have less resistance. It's not that bad. I think we'll be fine. As long as we do it like this and then toss 2 javelins. I don't think the sniper's going to be able to do enough damage. And he'll have to double us if he even wants to do the necessary damage to actually knock down Cecile. So I think we should be fine. I said that multiple times with Cecile, and given her multiple chances, so honestly, at this point she might just get one-shotted here, for all I know, but you never know, honestly. I think going too far ahead would be not a good idea, so let's just be smart. Oh, I didn't even think about the other okay, so there's 2 swarm users, but he ended up missing anyway, so it's not the worst case scenario. Oh, and this guy ended up wanting to find us. Okay. I already know that a general's not going to be able to double me, so we should be fine there. As long as the other swarm user can't attack me, which he can't, which is good. So all we have to do here is just find out who can attack that general, and then figure out from there. So let's see here, we can maybe do Spooks here. So let's use Fina to dance Spooks into moving, and then we can have Spooks maybe one-shot the general from here, which he can, perfect. So get rid of the spear user, because he does do some decent damage, with a nice, technically good hit rate. 73 is not bad whatsoever, so that could be bad in a way if we were to let him do that. Okay, let's heal up Cecile here, so we'll be nice and healthy. Okay, just making sure how to do this, because these swarm users are going to be a problem a little bit. So hopefully we can figure out a way to not have to worry as much, and also not get completely swarmed by alternate units on the field. Okay. If we move you here, okay, just keep moving units. As long as we don't move too many units in the range of multiple short-range units, I think we'll be fine. We can take the damage from the swarm users, but we just can't take too many of them is the problem. So let's keep moving Zane as well with the rest of the party. Heal him up with his own vulnerary, since I want him to keep moving, and I can't just keep him still for a little bit. Let's put you here, since the sniper can't hit you from there. And then Midia, let's see here, you have decent defenses, so you don't have to really worry there. And then we can move Katria with Camus. We don't have to worry about the sniper on the other side, but we can throw the javelin on, because he will either attack Spooks or her this turn, so let's be careful. And I think that's our turn. Okay, I'm just trying to get to that swarm user, because if we can get to the swarm user safely, we'll be completely fine. Because that's the only major problem here. So as long as I can kind of like work my way there safely, we should be able to do this chapter perfectly. Okay, I should have probably thrown the javelin onto Camus there. That would have been a smart idea. Okay, here comes 22 damage, but we get a nice style point knockout. So here you go, buddy. Nice 37% chance to crit with 34 damage on top of that, which means it obviously one-shots you no matter what you did there. He's using a Sword Slayer, which it seems like actually doesn't even really give you a bonus against swords, even though it's literally a Sword Slayer and he's using a silver sword, so I guess Sword Slayers don't really do much, I guess. HP, speed, and luck for Camus, not bad, and an extra vulnerary. We'll send that to Convoy. Okay. So he has a Tomahawk. So what would be the best idea here? I'm saying open the door would be our first idea. Yeah, let's do it. Open the door, because we need to make our way through. We can have maybe Spooks one-shot this dude, if possible. No, he has 37, so it's not possible there. But, let's see here. We might have an idea here. I just need to figure it out. Maybe the rapier with Marth here. And then, yeah, let's smash through his armor. That would be the perfect way to do this, because we need to have someone go through this section. And then we can have Julian go up top. Okay, perfect. Then we can have Camus go in here, get rid of the swarm user, completely just one-shot him, get him out of here, so we don't have to deal with him anymore. Because mostly the range is the only problem here. So as long as we can outrange them to the point where they can't really do much against us, we should be perfectly fine with this chapter for the most part. I don't know if there's any reinforcements though, that can always be a problem. And it seems like reinforcements have been on every chapter that I was like, there might be reinforcements, and that one shot, though, was pretty nasty, and I honestly loved every second of that. Okay. Swarm users, double swarms, and a blog... Oh, no. Okay, one swarm user and a blogman. Okay. That's not bad. We can move Zane in. Okay, Zane, you go that way. And then we can maybe Yeah, let's dance Zane forward and then have him toss a javelin at one of these guys. And let's do it at the one and only one that I actually care about, and that's the swarm user. Get him completely out of here, so it'll be nice and safe to walk over here now. So the only people that can attack me here is literally this Bolognum user. So he's gonna get one-shotted by Zane next turn. Other than that, wait there, have Katarina heal Spooks, just because it might give me some support points. Still don't really know how that works, but I should probably look into it, but I just keep forgetting to do so, just to be honest. And honestly, it seems like my idea was right, so I feel like I don't really need to go out of my way to really figure that out. I think I'm already doing it. Okay, other than that, we can move Ogma in here. Let's see here. Just seeing what the best option is here to not take any damage. Let's use a Master Sword. We don't really use it, and honestly, that 48% crit chance is honestly the coolest thing I've seen in a while. That is a really good chance of critting. How good is that weapon? I need to check the crit chances on that, like normal crit chance increase, because that is not bad whatsoever. Okay, other than that, is there anyone else hidden in here? Nope, no one's in the treasure room. Okay, we can toss Katria into here, do a little bit of damage to this bowman, and we don't have to worry about him knocking out Katria, but Katria ends up getting the 6% crit to do the last bit of damage she actually needed to actually get rid of him, because he was going to survive. So that's actually really good for us. Okay, that 12 damage might end up missing, and it did. So here goes Zane with his double javelin to knock out the only person that can actually attack him from over that door. And we also get a level for Zane, even though his levels really don't matter. But his HP does matter, so that's actually a good level. And there is in fact reinforcements coming from behind us though, and they're actually a couple turns from getting to us. They're all using spears though, and they also have high strength as well. Okay, that could be a problem, but honestly not the worst case scenario here. Wait, can we attack this guy from over the wall? No, you can't. I was about to say, because this area looked like it was right here for him. I thought he was standing here and this was an open area, which it is, but he isn't standing where I thought he was. That would have been funny, because that would be a funny way to knock out somebody. Okay, other than that, we can have Zane continue on with his rampage over here. Honestly, the best thing I can think of doing here is get rid of this healer, because then they can't heal from long range, which makes it 10 times easier to deal with this last hero over here. Okay, other than that, grab their Fortify, throw it in the convoy, and then we can have... We need Julian on that side of the map, so let's start having him make his way this way. And then we can maybe steal the what do you call it? We need to get the Master Key off of Marth in a second in order to start looking through chests. So let's trade this off to somebody for a second. Let's see here. What I can see here is we can take off the vulnerary off of Camus for now and start looking through here, because that'll make it easier to get all these chests out of the way. And thankfully I was right. Okay, so Master Key goes on anyone in this game. That's how it should have been in the original game. I think the thief should have been able to open up chests no matter what, without the use of a Master Key stack. And that was the reason why I didn't use them. I thought that was really stupid. So that's the reason why I didn't use thieves. And honestly, the thieves were really weak in that game. So honestly, that too. Okay, so we got a Brave Sword, which makes it so we can maybe attack 4 times in this game. I don't know if the max is 2 in this game or not, so I'm gonna say we can probably hit up to 4 times with that weapon specifically, because that's how it is in other ones. So we might be able to use that to our advantage. Other than that, doesn't look like we need too many people on that side, so we're actually gonna have most of our units go through the throne room here. Or, not throne room, but treasure room, because it seems like it's the easiest way to do this. Wait our turn. Keep moving Mauricia with her full level. That is basically her final stats. It's kind of all over there, but it's not the worst thing. She's our healer, so honestly, it's not the worst case scenario. I just wish she did get better stats in the end. But we do have 3 healers now. We have Katarina, we have Spooks, and we have Mauricia, so it really doesn't matter if her stats are a little bit lower than they could be. Okay, other than that, trying to figure out what we can do here. I know he's not going to move right, so... we can attack this guy. He's going to do 18 damage. Just making sure what we should possibly do here in order to do this right. I feel like we're gonna get attacked 3 times, because we're gonna end up knocking them out, and then they're gonna attack, and then attack, and then attack, and then we're gonna get hit by all 3 of those guys, so let's be careful there, and make sure we do this right. We need to one-shot one of them, so we don't have to deal with them. The sniper over here seems like a good idea, but other than that, I'm not too sure. Maybe we can use Ryan here? Ryan almost one-shots these guys. We can go for the killer bow and for the one-shot. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's attack this glower. Don't know what a glower tome is, but honestly, it sounds kind of scary. We're definitely getting hit by it, but we're definitely getting rid of them. Oh, there's this crit. Well, style points crit. Not bad. I wanted you to actually not end up taking 2 hits there, but it's fine. Do we have to worry about 2 people hitting us? Any spears or anything? No. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure we were safe to do this, and we weren't going to get attacked a second time. Okay. So as long as we toss 2 javelins, we'll do 30. We might get the crit like we did earlier with the 16%. But I have a feeling we won't, which I was right. Okay. I would like to get one of those spears, or spears, not spheres. But yeah, I would like to get one of the spears that the other units are using, because we haven't seen one yet, and they seem like they're much better than using a javelin. So hopefully we can eventually get one of those, and we got 1 resistance. Not bad. We're maxed out on most of our stats, so that's actually a really good level, because it was literally we get nothing or get some resistance, basically, for that one, which isn't bad. Okay, other than that, we can do Julian here, door that, and then I think he'll be fine, so we can do this. Turn Zane into Julian, maybe? Nah, Julian should be fine by himself, I think. So let's just start moving Zane out, and then figure out from there. Then we also need to deal with the Earth Dragon over here, so let's be careful about him. Let's get in, like, range, but not to the point where we're going to get attacked immediately. Let's use Midia. Midia will be able to tank one of the Dark Breaths, I would think, because all the dragons seem to attack defense and not resistance. So other than that, I think we should be fine. And then we can start moving Phenom over this way, I think. Let's have her save, actually. I think this is a good place to save, just so we don't lose any progress here, because we are pretty far into the chapter now. Okay. Mauricia, I guess you can heal. Oh, we're almost out of mends, actually. You know what, mend him. Just cuz. Mend up Cecile. Or, not him. Didn't even notice who I was healing, to be completely honest. Okay. Marth, you go here. You should be fine to grab a Master Seal. Really? Okay, I'll take it, I guess. And then we can open up this, oh, there's a door here, too. I don't want to go through the door yet, so let's open the chest. So an again staff, ooh, that's actually really good. So we have more Gens. That's actually really good. So we have 2 dancers for the moment, as long as we pick that out. Do we have the ability to use that, though, with Katarina? I guess there's one way to check. Let's retrieve the again staff and see if we can use it. Nope, it's a B rank weapon. Okay, well, let's grab our Elfire again, and I guess use that for now. I don't want to waste the Thorons, by the way, if you're wondering why there's so many, like, really good tomes in there. I just don't want to waste anything. I don't know if they're going to be good to use yet. Okay, here comes the Bolognan, which could have been bad, but I had a feeling Camus wouldn't get one-shotted, to be honest. Okay, 12 damage from that guy. Actually, it would have been better for the sniper to hit Ryan first, then Ryan knocks out the sniper, and then the mage hits Ryan, and that actually might have knocked him out. HP, strength, speed, and luck, not bad. I wonder if we're getting closer and closer to the max. He actually hit me for that 46%. I'm actually really surprised. Okay, we do need to actually be ready for Julian there, because Julian's actually in a really bad spot right now. So, there's a lot of reinforcements, actually. Okay. Julian, you go for the chest. That is a Brave Axe. Okay, we can use that on Ogma. But not this moment. Okay. Actually, we need people back. What should we do? Trying to think of how to do this properly, so no one ends up getting, like, completely and utterly destroyed in a second. Okay, Ogma, I'm gonna have you go back for a second. You're gonna help Zane. Zane's gonna turn into you. And then we're gonna have a small army getting ready for the horsemen that are making their appearance. Very well known. Okay, Camus, you're gonna open up the door. because one, we kind of need you to do that. And then we can have maybe Cecile run in here and, yeah, and one-shot the mage. Perfect. I just need this guy not attacking me, because we kind of need a little safe zone here in order to make sure Spooks can get to his destination, because we need to knock out Harden if we want to do this right. Okay, HP, speed, luck, not bad. And we can finally see Harden, and Marth finally gets to talk to him, because apparently we're right in range.
So Marth, my Archanea attacking his liege. What kind of an honor is this? Altea's so-called Prince of Light has certainly fallen to the gutters.
Harden, this isn't you. Your heart is being controlled by the Dark Sphere. Please, you have to snap out of it.
Marth, sweet and naive as ever. Why do you think I attacked Altea? Because I utterly despised you. In the last war, just because you were Henri's descendant, Nina entrusted you with the Fire Emblem and made you the League's commander. The Prince of Light, more like the insolent brat. Without my help, you would have died long ago. Long ago. So, don't act so high and mighty.
I accidentally said long ago twice because I saw long, and then I saw long ago. If your guys are wondering about that.
I have always despised you since then. I put up with you for Nina's sake, but I knew we'd have to settle things sooner or later.
Exactly what Ogma said to Navarre, which is kind of funny.
It has nothing to do with the orb.
Harden, is this really how it was? I had no idea that you hated me so.
That's why you're still just a boy. Marth, come to me. I'll shove this lance through your heart. There is only enough room in this continent for one hero, and that hero is me.
Well, you're not really a hero, but... Oh, that's how you open up that. I thought we were going to have to open that. So there's a free chest over here. That's it? Okay. Not bad. We have a Swarm User and a Fortify, but honestly, that's not too bad. Is there multiple? Yeah, there is multiple Fortifies on the map. But honestly, it's not the worst case scenario here. Okay. So, what I think of doing is... We already know we have to worry about who can actually attack. So, we do have to be careful here. So let's have Marth go here, grab the Brave Lance, and then we're going to also have people start heading backwards for people to start attacking that army that's coming that way. So let's have a couple people head back so we can deal with the impending army that's making their way, making themselves known pretty well, and also getting ready to attack us. So let's be careful. Let's mend up Camus's wounds so he's nice and healthy, and then we'll get ready to attack him. Okay, so the Earth Dragon. What is he? Ooh, my goodness. 23 damage. Okay, then. That's terrifying. I don't even think Midia can even fight that. Huh. Wait, is he 2 range? He's 2 range. Oh. Okay. Midia, you make your way back. We'll fight the dragon later. That does not seem like a good idea to fight. I'm just gonna be honest. That guy does 23 damage in 1 hit. Yeah, we're gonna need someone else to fight that. And there is more reinforcements. Oh no. Okay. Let's see here. We need to get rid of Harden first. So, does he? Yeah, he has a Grativus, so we need to worry about that. Okay. We don't do enough damage via that. So, what we can do is we can move Marth here, we can convoy the Vulnerary, trade out a stronger tome. Let's make sure that we're using the right one, though. I'm saying use Merrick's tome here, and that might honestly be really good. So, yeah, let's go for the Excalibur here. And then we can trade that off to Spooks here, and then trade it off for his Elfire at the moment, and then try and go for that, because that might make things easier here. So yeah, we do 28 now, which is not bad. Okay. But I also need Mauritia to use in the Again staff, if we want this to work. So we'll have to use Mauritia again. So let's do this. He does 37 damage, if he hits me. But we might crit here, so it's always possible.
I've no quarrel with you. Bring Marth to me.
Well, I don't feel like it. Dark Emperor Harden, look nowhere else. I'm your opponent. Yep, we are. And we just one-shotted him. Okay, well, see you later, Harden. You literally had zero chance at this point. You could have had a better chance. Oh, he turned back to normal, so it did work. Okay.
Prince Marth, I feel as though I've finally awoken from a long, long nightmare. Marth, forgive me. I tried to fight the demon inside me, but I wasn't strong enough. I fought so hard, but I just couldn't beat it. I wanted to die by your hand, and now I'm finally saved. Marth, please, Nina, save Nina. Please tell her for me. Till the very end, I've loved her always. Tell her to please forgive me.
Oh, I guess Harden just died. Wow. Wow, really? I knew he wasn't going to be recruitable, but I was expecting him to not die there, because that's what we were told the Light Sphere would free him. But the Light Sphere freed him, but he dies in the end. Aw, well, that's really unfortunate. But at least we got some speed and resistance, and we also have no breaking on the regalia that is the Gradavis, which is actually kind of cool to have. We're going to throw that onto Camus since that is his weapon. And we also obtained the Dark Sphere, the final one of the items we needed, just in case, because I don't know if it needs to be in your inventory or in Convoy, or it could be anywhere. I'm going to make sure all the spheres are being held, so we can finally make that binding shield. I don't know what it actually does, to be honest, so I guess we'll find out if it gives us anything for getting it, because apparently there's some kind of thing that it does, because the original binding, or original shield did something. Okay, it gives us the... Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it gives you everything the other spheres give you, plus the +2 stats from the Star Sphere. That's actually not bad. I like that. That's actually pretty good. Okay, that's not bad at all. Okay, and then we can have... Oh, you out of range? Oh, I thought you were in range for that. Let's see here. Camus, I need you to kind of block us from getting attacked here. I'm going to have you double Javelin as well, because it will be some free damage, and there is a crit to knock out one of the generals. Perfect. That helps out. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so far so good. Move Katarina in here, help him out, and then just wait, I guess. Okay, that side of the map is fine. Now we just need to figure out from here. We can have Zane go for this one, see if he can fight. We do 30 damage, which isn't enough, so we can't do that. But we can use Ryan here, so let's use Ryan to do double, do 40 damage here, get rid of one of these Paladin Knights to kind of alleviate some of the reinforcements making their way towards us, and also get a level out of it. Okay, Ryan's now level 10 with HP and speed as increases. And his skills actually maxed out, I didn't even notice. That's cool. I like to see that. Trying to do this right so we don't get, like, completely and utterly destroyed in a second. Okay, Ogma, I'm gonna have you run up here, see if you can maybe hand axe one to death. No, you can't. Okay. We actually don't even one-shot here. Go for Master Sword, see what we can do. Oh, you actually got the knockout anyways. Okay, I was actually thinking you were going to end up not getting the crit and just do a decent amount of damage to him, because he was going to survive that. HP strength, not bad, and we also got a weapon level increase for swords. Okay, not bad. We need to get rid of all of the ones we can. So, let's see here. What is the best thing we can possibly do? Looks like Silver Lance for this one. And then we can have the spear guy. I'm pretty sure he has a spear, so we'll be ready for him. I don't think we have to worry about getting doubled here. So I think we should be fine, other than that. Yeah, he has a spear. So we do need to worry about it, but it's not going to be that bad. Okay, let's have Midia get out of here, because she does no damage. Let's be honest. Okay. And then we can have Fina, maybe, dance Ryan. And then maybe Ryan can get in range to get rid of this guy. Okay, that is... I think that's enough. I think that's actually enough. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to do the math to kind of figure that out. I just don't feel like trying to figure that out right now. My brain's kind of like mush right now. It's like, what is it? 12:01 for me right now in the morning. It's literally tomorrow. I started this yesterday, and you literally see me today and tomorrow in one episode. So, yeah, let me be honest. My brain is mush, so I don't feel like doing math right now. I'm kind of just doing basic math to try and figure out if we actually get rid of things. Okay, other than that, that looks like an end turn. So let's see what we got here. Other than that, it looks like we're perfectly fine for the rest of this chapter. We don't have to worry as much anymore. We can do a save here, since there is a save location. But other than that, I think we're pretty much fine and dandy to just get out of here. As long as nobody one-shots me here, I think we'll be fine. And then the Excalibur Tome's gonna get rid of anyone that ends up even thinking about attacking me. So hopefully no one, like, tries to think about doubling me. And this guy literally does 5 damage and is about to literally get destroyed. Okay, well, smart of you, I guess. Okay. And then Fortifies are coming in for a full heal on the hero and not the general. Okay. Here comes the rest of the paladins. Don't know if there's any more reinforcements other than what we've seen. What did the Fire Emblem do? It got rid of the dragon. Really? Huh. That's cool. The Earth Dragon just disappeared. Huh. That's really how that works? That's kind of cool. I actually like that. That's... Huh. So now we don't have to deal with the Earth Dragon anymore. But it could have been some good, decent experience if we were to get him. But it could have been worse, I guess. I honestly don't mind it. Okay, so far so good. Got a point for Katarina, which is always good to see. HP, skill, speed, luck, and resistance. I would like to see some more magic growths, since most of our magic have been through those little bottles we've been getting the spirit dust stuff. So hopefully we will be able to get more later. So let's get rid of this hero here. And then I'm going to have Camus start making his way to the final treasure on the right side of the map, since he has a master key, so he can do that. Okay, skill and resistance, not bad to see. And then we can start moving Camus. Can Camus fight all those by himself? That is the real question. Okay, other than that, let's have Marth go this way. Let's get anyone we can over here to help out. And then other than that, I guess we just figure out from there what we can do, because there's really not much we could do at the moment when it comes to what's going on. So let's just be ready. And how the heck do you guys move as far as you are? I know you're like paladins and whatsoever, but I did not expect you to actually be able to attack like from that range. Okay, I did not want to dance, Julian. Julian, why do you have to be in like the worst possible spot? I guess we just maxed out for Fina because it only gave us 1 experience, so HP, strength, and skills are final level. Is that max strength? Yes, it is. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, sorry for the small cut there. My closet just scared the actual living heck out of me. For some reason, something just fell from my, top shelf of my closet. And fell onto the ground and made a loud sound, and it literally made it to the point where I had to cut, because it's actually scared me that bad. Okay then, I don't know what just happened. I guess a mini earthquake happened, I guess. So let's end turn and see what we can do from here. Okay. So let me just get back to where I was, because my train of thought just completely just got negated, basically is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, that could have been actually bad. I wish you didn't hit him, actually, but it was going to hit him anyways, let's be honest. Okay. Hopefully we don't take too much damage here, because we can definitely take some damage here, because there's multiple people in range of us, and we're luckily dodging most of this, and critting everybody for style points, which is always nice to see. But, yeah, sometimes knocking people out is actually not a good thing for us whatsoever. So hopefully, yeah, none of those people end up running into us in a second. Okay, thankfully, Zane as Ogma was able to get that. I thought it was Ogma for a second, but I forgot Zane was in that position. Speed and luck, not bad. Okay, other than that, they're going for Fina, which Fina is honestly fine, so we don't need to worry about her too much. Okay, thankfully, I didn't even see that this part was open. I thought this part was where you're supposed to go in order to get here, but I was completely wrong. Okay, well, due to that being the case, we can run Camus into this guy, And then, let's see here, what's the best thing? Silver Sword. Let's just use the Silver Sword, not waste anything good. Get rid of this Thoron user, and then figure out from there, because we need to do this right if we want to do this correctly. So we got HP, skill, speed, and defense for Camus, not bad. And we're maxed out for strength now for Camus, not bad. Okay, I like to see it. And then we can use Katarina here to... Well, both are the same thing, so 2 Hellfires for this guy, or maybe even a crit. And he has a Tomahawk, but the 18 damage isn't anything. And he doesn't crit, so we don't even need to worry about that. A little bit of damage isn't that bad, let's be honest. Okay, so far so good. And then we aren't in range to actually get rid of the General. So let's just move you in front. Does this guy do any damage? Yes, he does. So let's just heal up Katarina to full HP so that guy doesn't one-shot her out of nowhere. And then have Cecile get rid of this bishop over here, so we don't have to worry about any more healing out of nowhere, which is always good to see. Okay, other than that, we're pretty much fine, because I don't think we really need to worry about this side of the map, although we are getting rid of them. We just need to we don't need to worry, is what I'm trying to say, because these guys don't really scare me. We have enough people on this side of the map that any kind of damage they do, we can kind of just negate it because of the fact that we can just use another unit and just save us from getting hit for too much damage. And I forgot to read that level out, but it looks like we got some defense. That was the only thing I noticed. Okay. Let's see here. Who's the best person to do this with? We could go into a Julian and try and give him a little bit more levels, because he is getting closer and closer. I'm gonna say let's go Killing Edge. We survived with 1 HP. Yeah, let's try it. Let's go for it. We got the Killing Edge hit, and a 1-shot for Julian. Okay, let's try that again, because we can maybe get 2 levels out of this, because 30 is the max for him, so let's at least try and get him to his max at least. HP, speed, and luck, not bad, not bad. Okay, and then we can have Fina dance Julian to move again, and he might be able to get 2 here. So let's see. He only does 18, but we do have a 31% chance of critting, so let's go for it. Let's hope for that we get that 31% crit, because that would definitely be good, and we ended up getting it. Okay, the crit machines are here, and we got 2 levels for Julian out of that. That's actually really good. HP, luck, and defense, and defense is really nice to see. Okay, perfect. Okay. Other than that, heal up. No, not warp. I forgot you don't even have that anymore. I think he'll be fine. Other than that, we can end turn. There's no one else that needs to move. Okay. Swarm user is going for Cecile. I was about to say Midia, because we have so many paladins and people that are on horseback that we need to worry about. Oh, and we actually end up getting that free point for Katarina, because Katarina is the one that ends up getting attacked here. Okay, I'll take the free support point, if you're going to give them to me for free, just for having Spooks next to him, or next to her. And there we go, another level for Katarina. HP, speed, luck, and defense. Defense isn't that bad, honestly. I'll take defense over not getting anything at all. Okay. Other than that, it really doesn't matter what we use here. So, Silver Sword to one-shot this poor mage over here. And then we can... Honestly, the Swarm user doesn't scare me. So, I honestly don't mind about him just sitting there and doing nothing. But we can move people forward and then have Katarina or Spooks knock out the bishop over there using Swarm. And then other than that, have Camus go to the treasure chest next turn, get Marth out of range of that guy, and then put Mauricia here and end turn. Not bad. And this chapter is over. This is literally it. Just to see what's inside the chest and honestly finish off the chapter and say our final goodbyes to Arden, because it looks like he actually did pass away. So let's grab our chest and a brave bow. Ooh, I'll take that. You there. Then Katarina, you can go for the Hellfire here. I think that gets rid of them. It should, yeah. That it goes into like the 30s. So as long as we do that, down goes the final enemy of the map, and we are officially cleared for this map, and we have nothing else to do, so send that to Convoy, and let's have Marth finish it off. So next chapter, here we go. And we finally ended the chapter with... Are those the 4 clerics? Sire, the battle is over. We have won.
Yes, and with this, finally. Sire, look over there. Your sister and the others.
Elise and Princess Nina, Lena, Maria, you're all safe.
Marth, I'm so happy you made it.
Oh, they weren't even the clerics. It was Garnefez's illusions. Oh, so if you didn't have the binding shield, you wouldn't have been able to tell that. And the story would end with them saying, oh, we're fine, and they end up dying or something, or whatever with Garnef's doing with the mages right now. So that's what makes sense. Okay, so that's why the true ending requires the binding shield, because the binding shield breaks through the illusions. Huh, that's actually good for us. Okay, well, let's see.
You carry the binding shield. My magic has been dispelled. Withdraw my priest. At this rate, he will let us hurry the Shadow Dragon's return.
So I was right, he is trying to revive the Shadow Dragon. So that's why okay. So I was wondering why he knew how to do that, rite of passage. So, because we know that the rite of passage in Tokyo Mirage Sessions wasn't his first time doing that. And we didn't see that in the original game. And I'm pretty sure he didn't do in the remake of Shadow Dragon. So it would make sense that it was in this game. So now that's been cleared up. So the rite of passage for reviving Medius does happen in this game. We just don't know if it actually revives Medius or not. Which, honestly, I would hope that Garnef's the final boss. I would like to see Garnef being the final boss. Because he's supposed to be more of Marth's villain. Because people really don't know who Medius is. Except for him being the final boss. And that's honestly the truth. And people know Garnef way more than they know Medius. So I would like to see Garnef more, to be honest. But I guess we could see Medius again if he does get revived. But, let's see here. Garnef. That man was the Dark Pontifex Garnef. His servants were impersonating the princesses. What is he playing at? He mentioned something about the Shadow Dragon's return. So as we suspected, my sister and these other clerics must be in Garnef's hands.
Forgive my interruption, sire, but Lord Goto has arrived.
Lord Goto? Take me straight to him. Okay, let's see where Goto is. And there he is.
Excellent work, Prince Marth. You managed to obtain all the orbs. Thanks to your efforts, the lost binding shield is finally complete.
Incredible. It's felt as though the shield itself pulled in all the orbs. So this is the fabled binding shield. But what now, Lord Goto? From Garnef's actions, it would seem he has the noble clerics imprisoned. I worry for their safety.
I understand how you feel. However, we have a far greater task to accomplish. We must seal away the Earth Dragons. Soon they will awaken from their slumber. They will rise from the ground, destroying everything in their wake, and turn this world into a living hell. Go, Marth, entomb the awakened dragons once more.
Okay. And with that, we will do that. And I'm guessing we're finally learning about how Amira's chapter is going to start, because 20X is now unlocked. So in order to get that, I'm going to actually read it out, because I have it written down, because this one's kind of a little bit harder to explain. So, if you do this in 24 turns or less on normal mode, it goes higher per difficulty. I forgot how much exactly, but in order to unlock it, you can either do it in 24 turns, or you can recruit 3 of these 4. Roshia, Violent, Sedgar, and Midia. If you recruit any of those 4, but any of the 3 of those 4, you unlock the chapter as well. So, with that, we finally now have chapter 20X, which is called The Depths of the Abyss, if you guys are wondering, because I also wrote that down. So, we're finally taking on Amira in the next chapter, more than likely. So, honestly, I think I'm prepared, because it's the end of the side story. We're finally finishing up that part of our story in the next one, and honestly, I'll take it. So, let's see here. What's Yakin gotta say?
Spooks. New information regarding the assassins has reached the palace. As you may have guessed, they were dispatched by Halden and Garnef. The head of the organization is a woman named Amira.
Amira? And where's she now?
Here in Archanea. Apparently she runs an orphanage in the mountains.
An orphanage?
Yes, so it would seem, however. It is an orphanage in name only. She confines the children to a basement devoid of life. Or light.
Life. Well, honestly, that technically is true. Both work in that instance.
And teaches them all of the manner of wicked things.
Sire, please let me go. I'll crush them. I won't allow such a travesty to stand. I understand, Spooks. I too cannot allow a situation like this to carry on.
Please wait.
Katarina, were you listening the whole time?
There's a hidden passage to where Lady Amira is. I'll show you the way. Please allow me to go. I'll be fine. I don't believe for a moment that this will atone for everything I've done. But while I live, I want to help in any way that I can.
And with that, we finally are making our way into Chapter 20X. We're finally finishing off the side story. Wow, we're really close to the end of this game. Because we have 20X, Chapter 21, Chapter 22, Chapter 23, and then the final one, Chapter 24. That's how close we are. So, with that, I'll be seeing you all in Chapter 20X and finishing off the side story. It's going to be a short episode more than likely, because usually the side story episodes aren't like that, so tomorrow's going to be a short one, boys and girls. So with that, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, and in the next one, we're finally finishing off these Assassin's side stories. So with that, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.